7 Tips to remove negativity from your life. Do you feel mentally exhausted from the people around you or sick and tired of how you feel about yourself and where you are in life? Negativity can easily sneak up into your life and it can be very mentally draining. Often, we are our terrible foe because we invite negativity into our existences when we allow certain bad habits and actions to keep reoccurring. Whether it's letting energy vampires suck out the favorable energy from you or dealing with your destructive thoughts, it's important to become aware of your everyday thoughts, feelings, and behaviors to turn your life around for the better. In this video, I'll be breaking down 7 toxic habits and behaviors you may be unintentionally doing. Once you become aware of what is creating negativity in your life and take the right steps to remove them, happier and more positive and joyful life. 1. Set healthy boundaries and learn to say no. Do you ever feel compelled to do something you don't want to do but give in anyways because someone asked and you just couldn't say no? You might feel like you need to help them because it's your duty and you're trying to be a good person. Does this sound like you? Remove negativity from your life. 7 Practices to let go of negativity. Get your free checklist of ways to stop letting negativity get to you. Start living a more positive life now. It's easy to get lost when you're trying to be nice and hoping that others will like you more by agreeing to do things that you don't want. This can be unhealthy and also makes it easier for others to treat you like a doormat. You might think you're being a good person by helping someone out, but if you're constantly giving in just to feel like you're not disappointing someone else or not wanting them to dislike you, you can end up bending your boundaries and lose your sense of control. If you consider yourself a yes person, learn how to say no in certain situations that you don't feel comfortable with and that you feel are right for you. Instead of just blindly saying yes to everything because you feel obligated, find a healthy balance between the two. Slippers with coffee and glasses. 2. Stop complaining. No one likes to be around a negative Nancy who doesn't do anything but complain. If you find that you have a bad habit of complaining about every little thing in your life, think about the situations you've been in where the person you were with was constantly complaining. Remember how annoying those times were. When you try to see it from that perspective, you can imagine how others might feel if they're always feeling that negativity when they're around you. Glasses and food on a plate. Instead of complaining, try to see the other side of the whole story because there is always something to be grateful for. There are people out there who are in much worse situations than you, even if you feel like the whole world is against you at that very moment. If you are having a really bad day, it's okay to vent, but don't make it a habit of being a complainer and seeing everything negatively. If you don't like something about your life, instead of complaining, make it a habit to start practicing gratitude daily and start doing unhealthy things to do. Stop doing to get rid of negativity. Self-help books. I recommend reading self-help and personal growth books to motivate you, bring positivity into your life, increase your feelings of gratitude, and lift your spirits when you're lost or down. If you're looking to get into positive self-help books and you're not sure where to start, I recommend the following steps. 3. Stop the negative dialogue that you have with yourself. Negative self-dialogue is so common these days. If you've been caught telling yourself that you can't do something because you don't have the skills to do it, or you hate a certain part of your body, this is negative self-talk. Can you imagine yourself saying these horrible things to a friend? That would kill your friendship. Your body listens to these things that you tell yourself and starts to believe. This is very damaging to your self-esteem and self-confidence, and can even ruin your entire day. Remember to be kind to yourself and remind yourself daily that you are strong, confident, and enough. You're imperfectly perfect just the way you are. Once you get into the habit of uplifting self-dialogue, you'll find that you're a much more happy and more positive person. Coffee cup with a book on the blanket. 4. Don't compare your life with others. One thing we do as humans is compared. It's natural, I know. Someone might seem to have a perfect life, the perfect marriage, or what they do want but can't afford it. If you wish you were that person or have jealous thoughts, you're only looking at things on the surface. You don't know the past hardships that they might have endured or the issues that they're currently facing because people like to hide their pain and insecurities. 5. Stop thinking that social media is reality. In this day and age, social media has taken over our world. You probably can't go through an entire day without being on your phone and scrolling through your social media feeds. Social media is only a curated version of someone's life and is just a highlight reel. If you see someone's feed and it looks like their life is perfect and they've got it together, remember that it probably isn't true. Just like you, they have flaws, experience down moments, and maybe are even battling something invisible inside that they aren't sharing with the world. If you're constantly feeling dragged down by what you see or you feel depressed all of the time, it might be time to unfollow people who don't lift you. Whatever your schedule is, don't be afraid to do a social media detox once in a while for however long you need it, whether it's just for a day or even a week. This is a great way to reset and do a mental cleanse. Toxic behaviors that are ruining your life. 6. Let go of toxic people. Being around toxic people is bad for your mental health, and if you're able to choose not to associate with them, it's best to avoid them. Toxic people can be people who you hold near and dear, such as close friends or family members. It can even be your partner who you're in a romantic relationship with. Remove negativity from your life. 7 practices to let go of negativity. Get your free checklist of ways to stop letting negativity get to you. Start living a more positive life now. Yes, I want IT. If you feel like you're constantly being taken advantage of, dragged down by their negativity, guilt-tripped, abused, manipulated, and treated horribly, you should reevaluate whether they're the right fit for you. Learn to say no and set up healthy boundaries so you can clearly show them which behaviors you allow and don't allow. If they still don't treat you right, it's best to distance yourself and let these people go even if you still love them very much. To listen more on how to deal with toxic people. 7. Stop depending on others or things to keep you happy. If you're not happy with your life, you may find that you have a crutch or two that helps you to cope. Depending on your situation, these might be things such as impulse spending, alcohol, smoking, drugs, gambling, an addiction to video games, receiving constant validation from your significant other, and more. Whatever your crutch is, it's not healthy to depend on an external thing to help fill any sort of void in your life. Instead, find ways to boost your mood and keep yourself happy that will bring out your inner joy and peace and skyrocket your self-esteem and confidence. Some positive things you can do is to immerse yourself in new hobbies you've always wanted to try, start a side hustle, learn new skills, do self-care activities that center you, and volunteer to help those who are less fortunate. If you're looking for more tips on how to create a positive life without negativity, I recommend that you check out my YouTube channel and subscribe to Wear Your Energy for every next post. Press bell icon.